Hello, this is Kerred. Let's take a look at a map for isolation called Vampire Den. Now, when I spawned, I actually spawned down here because this is a theme kind of map. This is where vampires hang out. So they hang out underground in isolation. Now, yeah, I'm sure you can think of your own scenario. I would assume that if vampires are assumed to be real, I guess you can say, well, then why doesn't the human universe have vampires as well? You know, you gotta have that fan service in there. You gotta get that Twilight in there somehow to get the younger female gamers into Halo. Why not? But we have our two bases, the blue vampire base and the red vampire base. Now, I tried to make this fit the Blade-like theme, so we have the brute-type weapons, we have the plasma-type weapons, we have natural sunlight in a can! Ah! Blind-nosed vampires. There we go. And in the center we have the good juicy maulers. So there's a lot of dual weapons. We have that good old two-handed vampire style, assuming that they're able to fire weapons with two hands with precision accuracy. The thing is, I actually prefer the plasma pistols in this map because the standard game that I like to play is King of the Hill. Now, I have King of the Hill set up where when you're in the hill, you're fine, but when you leave the hill, aka out in the sun, your health starts going down. So it keeps you in underground fighting, and I have the shield vampirism on. So the only way you can get your health back is by shooting. So if you're in trouble, hide back, just give some covering fire, let your teammates press forward, and when your health is back up, get back in there and start shooting again before you give the other team a point from your death. So we'll take a look in here. And it's set up. Now, it is very tiny, so it's definitely not recommended for 16 players, but you can have a lot of vampiric fun gathering up with your teammates and just trying to outnumber them in numbers. But this is set up for other game modes as well. Preferably, I think King of the Hill would be best. Sadly, I didn't design it too much for the other maps, so I don't know how well it will play out. Let's go out in the sun. Now, I'm not doing the game, so I'm not losing health in this, but let's say if you did take your risk, you would trade a little bit of health for some good weapons here, such as the Sentinel Beam. I think this is a good vampire weapon, especially with shield vampirism on. And, oh, looky here. If you're willing to trade away most of your health, you get yourself a free chopper that you can take back underground. And this is what I like to call the Bloodlust power-up. When you pick it up, I move a lot faster, my health is stronger, so now we have a super vampire running around, taking everyone out. He does have a cursor over his head, a waypoint, so the team will know when someone's in bloodlust mode. That just basically means run away from that guy. Now, another game I do here is called Predator. Predator is Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is cloaked, but has very little health and does very little damage. So what does he have to do? He has to assassinate people. I guess you can say it is a form of Predator-like movie where you have, let's say, maybe 8 of your buddies. They're hanging around up here. They're all watching their backs, and all of a sudden a little shadow figure runs by, assassinates someone, and he runs out to get away while the other team is shooting in random directions. So I find that a lot of fun for Predator. Very high, tense moments where you're just walking around, and all of a sudden you jump when you get hit in the back. To counteract with Predator, which is what I added for this, for Predator, since you have to keep watching your ass, you have to back yourself into a wall. Well, that's what the happy power cores are there for. The Predator would just pick up a sticky bomb, find a group of people, and toss a grenade in them to fish them out. So Predator tries to keep it from being cheap. You have to stay together, but you can't really stay in one place, and you can't back yourself against the wall because you'll be just looking for trouble. So that's everything with Vampire Den. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and have fun.